Welcome in along with Mike Renner. I'm Steve Palazzolo, and this is your Jadeveon Clowney free agent profile. One of the better edge defenders in the entire NFL, came into the league with a ton of hype, the #1 overall pick. And I don't want to say he hasn't lived up to the hype because he's been a very, very good player, but he wasn't necessarily the slam dunk that everybody expected coming out back in 2014.
Yeah, I think he's sort of almost gotten overrated because of how big the hype was and that he was still good, but he has not been elite. He has not been at that Khalil Mack, Von Miller level where he's changing every single play of every single game that he's in. He is very good as a run defender, arguably one of the best run defenders in the NFL, but as a pass rusher, he still has his deficiencies. He struggles to win off the edge, doesn't have the flexibility to consistently beat offensive tackles outside. He's a fantastic bull rusher in his own right. When he kicks inside, he can win more consistently, but I still don't think he's at that high level to where I think he's going to get this incredibly high contract, one of the highest contracts of all time, but I'm not sure he's going to be deserving of it at this point.
Yeah, the PFF grades back up what you said. He has not played at the elite Von Miller, Khalil Mack type of level, but I think if you look at the grades, profiles similar to, say, a Jason Pierre-Paul, who's always been a better run defender than he's been a pass rusher. He'll have those years with 10-plus sacks just due to the volume, and he's good, not great as a pass rusher. Last year, though, the #2 graded run defender, and there's value in that. You want to be able to, keep teams off balance on early down. So I love what Clowney has done against the run. That has been the consistent theme for the majority of his career. And then his pressures, he has improved as a pass rusher. 49 pressures in 2016, up to 64 in 2017, and 59 this past year. And those pressures increasing. He's still a very solid all-around player.
I will say that is also encouraging, the fact that he's gotten better every single year of his career, seemingly. And those injury concerns that he had early on in his career are basically gone now. He's been healthy over the past handful of seasons. So those things are very encouraging. And he was raw coming out. I think the fact that he's still getting better and still could improve, only 26 years old right now, he still could, the best football looks like it's probably still ahead of him at this point. So I guess you are paying for what you're going to get, but still, there's no guarantee that you're going to get Von Miller, like I said, the Von Miller, Khalil Mack level dominance off the edge.
Yeah, and like many of the edge rushers in this class, there's a lot of teams that really need them. There's a lot of teams that need them and have cap space. So whether it's the New York Jets, the Indianapolis Colts, San Francisco 49ers, Carolina Panthers, a bunch of these teams are going to be all in on this free agent class of edge defenders. Any particular fits out of that group that makes sense to you?
I don't think he's very scheme diverse, so I don't think that there's any single team that could look at him and be like, we can't fit him in our scheme. Every single team will look at him and covet him for what his skills are and the fact that he can kick inside. He's a very versatile type of player. I will just add this one more caveat, the fact that penalties are an issue with him. Usually you don't really care about penalties, but he had 14 this past year, 12 the year before that, and 10 the year before that. So 10 plus each of the last 3 seasons. That's just going to be something you're going to have to deal with Clowney.
It's a little similar to Michael Bennett of the Eagles and formerly of the Seahawks, who always had a ton of penalties, but jumped the snap and got to the quarterback a little bit. I love what you said about his ability to move around. We saw the Texans do that a lot, putting him right over the center, putting him over guards, and I do think wherever he goes, taking advantage of that skill is going to be important. So Jadeveon Clowney, maybe not at the level of what people expected when he came out, but still a very good player, and again, one of the best edge defenders in this free agent class.